So hi guys, and welcome to my new video. In this video I will teach you how to make a simple Lorem Ipsum generator in the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So I have the three files here, the index.html, style.css and app.js. The index.html only contains this basic HTML structure with the CSS linked. The CSS style contains font and the basic structure for the page, and JS contains text, and all these you can copy from my GitHub and link in the description. So let's get started by importing the JavaScript to the HTML. So let's type script and src and app.js, and let's start with the HTML. So we want add a section here, and in the section we want class of center and also a h3 of Lorem generator, so we can have it explain it what is this page. And we want a form, and this form is a class of Lorem form, and class no form horizontal but Lorem slash form, and we don't want any action here. And let's make new elements for label, which is label, and which is going to be for amount, and it's going to contain paragraphs. Okay, and let's make an input actually for the type of number, and we don't want this. We can ID of amount actually, and placeholder will be I don't know, 5 maybe. Placeholder will be 5. Okay, so that's our input, and let's add a button. So button of type submit, and class of button class is going to be button, and it's going to contain text generate. And I think that's the basic HTML for that project, and we can actually start writing our CSS. But let's actually look at this site. So we have everything we need, and we want one thing, and we want to display our Lorem text or Lorem paragraph, so we can do it by just adding article of I don't know, class Lorem text. It's going to be Lorem text, and in this article we will store our Lorem Ipsum we generated. So let's start on style.css. So we can start with the center, and let's style it a little bit. So this display is going to be inline block, margin slash top is going to be around 100 pixels, and margin left is going to be not auto but 42.5 viewport width. Nice. Let's start with the h3. So h3 is going to be a font size of 1.5 rem. So font size of 1.5 rem, and font weight of bold. We want bold here. And that's it for the H3. So we want to start our article. An article will be contains margin of 50 pixels, 25 pixels, 0 pixels and 25 pixels. And let's start our button. So button will have a background color of sky blue, background color background / color of sky blue. Okay, it will have no border, so border none. And let's give it a border radius of 5 pixels. Padding will be about 10 pixels. And let's give it margin left, so that can be pushed from the left in 15 pixels. Okay, and let's actually give it a font size of Lorem. Okay, font weight is going to be bold, and cursor is going to be pointer, so we can know we are pointing on a button that we can click on it. And lastly, the transition will be 0.3 sec. 0.0, no 20, but 0.3 seconds. Okay, and let's add a little hover animation, so button hover, and this is going to be our hover. So let's check it, and we can see we have some basic styling here and some basic hover animation. So let's start actually with the JS file. So we need to define the form, so we can grab the data from the form the user submitted, and yeah, let's do it. So we want here to add const of form, and this form will have equals to a document that query selector, we have it here, and it's dot lorem form. Okay, so let's create another const for amount. Is going to have a document that query selector, and it's going to be that amount. Okay, so and we need the third const, which is the for the result, for when we want the text to be, and that warm text. Okay, so this const form grabs this form from the HTML. Okay, this document amount is going to grab that input of amount, and this warm text is going to grab and this article right here. So we want to check if button is clicked, and we can use simple form that add event listener, and we can and let's add that prevent default I don't know if I typed it correctly. Yeah, okay, and we don't want this too much things here, so we want const of value, I have caps lock, of value that equals to amount, no, that's equals to parse int, and amount of value. We use parseInt for convert the string that we can submit here only numbers, but the numbers are string when we are submitting it. So we want to convert it to integer, and we can make operations with it. So this parseInt converts amount of value to the integers. So let's add const random here, and this equals math.for and math.random.text.length. So this is for when we click the button and we have none typing here, we have a blank input, so it can generate the Lorem Ipsum randomly. And okay, so let's go actually for the if statement. So if is none, or no, is none value, or the value is less than 1, or is the value bigger than 9, because we don't have 9 paragraphs here or 10 paragraphs. Let's add this result that inner HTML equals to, and let's add the p class. P of class is going to be, and we want to add backquotes here, not just regular strings, so we can import, so we can add a normal quote here. So class is going to be the result, and it's going to have a line of center, a line of equals to center, or a line equals to center, and we want to, and here string, so it's going to be a line of center, and it's going to contains and text. So let's add this, and we can define the text and the random. So we can grab from the text the random paragraph we want. So let's add br, so we can be nicely styled. Okay, and so we can actually test it, and it's not working. So guys, I fixed the bug. It was a pretty simple. We just need to use get element by ID, because we make our ID of amount and class and dump, sorry, and this should work now. Yeah, we can see the random generated text, and let's work on a user input. So when user inputs 5, we want to generate 5 paragraphs of the Lorem input text. So after the else, after the if, let's add else, yeah, and let's expand it. So writer and temp text is going to be text that size, and we want to size text of 0 and value. Okay, and temp text, we want to just temp text that not join but map of function item. So map, and we want to map function on item. Okay, and so we want to return and this here, this stays here, and actually copy to put the back quotes. So okay, return this, and with actually not text at random but of item, and something is missing here. So we must have here the brackets like this, and let's add that join, and let's add the buying string, and the result, and that in HTML is going to be the temp text. So let's actually try it if this works. So as you can see, we can generate random paragraphs, and when we input 5, we are generating 5 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's type 8, and we're generating 8 paragraphs. But if you can type more than 9, because we actually added this, if this value is more than 9, it generates a random paragraph. So let's actually type 8d, and as you can see, it generates a random paragraph. And thanks guys for watching this tutorial. I hope you learned something new, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe. Bye.